Hey, it's all about risk and reward. Whatever we do in TradeSmith has got to be limited risk, tight stops. I know it's frustrating to get out with a losing trade sometimes, but we've got to make sure that our losses are teeny and tiny. But on the other hand, we want to let our rewards grow and grow and grow. Hey everybody, Courtney Smith here with TradeSmith, our weekly video newsletter for February the 20th. Happy President's Day. Let's get right into it. Happy disclaimer. Gotta feel, just take a load off. After you read this, you just feel so much better. That's for sure. Okay. Wow. What can you say? This chart sums up a lot of great stuff here. Look at how the S&P exploded. We said blast off last week, and blast off it is. Look at the purple predictor. It's skyrocketing. It's so super strong. It's amazing. Look at that thing. It is going. So the most important thing to determine what the price is going to be in the future is the price today. This price action is very, very bullish. Now, Dow Jones, bullish, but not quite so bullish. Look at our DI plus, that's the green line. It just turned down. DI minus just turned up. I'm kind of tempering my bullish enthusiasm a little bit here. However, the composite, the NASDAQ, skyrocketing. Look at that. New all-time highs on Friday. New all-time high close on Friday. Purple predictor leading the way. This is a bull market. We've got to be long. We've got to be strong. Seasonality broke out to a new high. I told you last week that if it did, I might start to take even bigger positions. So put that in mind. If you've been, whatever position you've been doing, I can't give you personal one-on-one advice, but for myself, I'm going to take a 25% bigger position. So if I would have bought 100 shares, I'm going to buy 125 shares going forward. This is very, very good. Purple predictor, not supportive of the breakout. That's the only negative on this chart. But all in all, the seasonality is pumping up the action here. Now, well, we've talked about this for a long time, but the key is we're here now towards the end of February. This says seasonality should chop sideways for a while, but really March should be a really good month for the market. March all the way through mid-May. So this is going to be supportive of this market. No reason to believe the normal seasonality won't stay in place. Yield curve, as I say, is going to stop being a downside pressure and allow the market to pop up a little bit stronger than normal. And of course, that fits nicely with the seasonal picture that I just showed you, because look when the yield curve peaked out in 2016. Yeah, towards the end of April. So look for the market to do well from now until April due to seasonality and yield curve conditions, and of course, price action, fundamentals, etc. Asset allocation broke to a new high. That's also bullish for this market. Our stock market risk indicator, not supportive. I would have liked to seen this a bit stronger. I would have liked to see this be bulling higher. It's not. Okay, it is what it is. We'll just stick with it. This is not a strong, but a very weak negative for us. No big deal. Global shares broke out. The pennant formation we talked about last week broke out to the upside. The global shares are a place to be. They're not outperforming the U.S. shares, so view it as diversification, not substitution. You got that? Adding to your U.S. positions, not substituting for those positions. And then over here, Japanese shares broke out, but then failed a little bit. Still like this market. It's really one of my favorites. The Japanese have no choice but to continue to ease monetary policy. That will hammer the yen and rally the Japanese stock market. This particular ETF, DXJ, hedges out the weak yen, so it's just the pure Nikkei. Look for this consolidation, this sideways, this rectangle formation to be broken to the upside. Wow, very interesting here on the bond market. We moved into another consolidation pattern here, but I think it's going to break to the downside. Why? Look at the purple predictor. It's already in a bear market. It's already breaking the lows. So to me, the purple predictor is a coincident or leading indicator. I think this means that the bonds are going to break to the downside. From a fundamental perspective, same thing. Pretty much all of our indicators that tell us what the 10-year yield is going to do are pointing up. In other words, higher interest rates. So if that's the case, we need to be getting short bonds. Now, I don't want to short them until they break the lows there at about 118.5 on the TLT ETF. Okay, TLT is an ETF which mimics the 20-year bond. A break below 118 and small change, and I'd be wanting to be short these bonds. Okay, I think this is going to be a killer trade. The dollar, listen, I called this low perfectly. But this last week we had 2 down days, which kind of, slapped us around a little bit. But nonetheless, the fundamentals remain wildly bullish. Interest rates are stronger in the United States than they are in any other major country. The economy is stronger in the United States than any other economy. Monetary policy is tighter in the United States than any other major economy. As a result, the dollar will remain strong. Gold, all right, interesting here. Notice that our indicators are pretty much sideways. Gold bulling a little bit higher, but the indicators are not really that supportive. Oops, sorry, got it there twice. All right, oil, what can I say? I said it's going to be in a consolidation. It's in a consolidation. It is boring. Unlike the rest of TradeSmith, which is pretty exciting, we're crushing it here. I'm glad that you're watching because I'm steering you in the right direction, keeping you long stocks. Ignore the doom and gloomers. They're losing you money. TradeSmith is making you money. All right, thanks very much, everybody. Fully paid up members, hang on. Some exciting stuff there. Our trades are crushing it, although we had a couple of stop outs, but we'll get to those in a second. Fully paid up members, hang on. Hey, Courtney Smith here, and I want to tell you about TradeSmith, our video weekly newsletter. Yeah, I've been bringing the hammer to the market for over 45 years, and now I share that expertise with you every week in a terse, to-the-point video newsletter. Now, see, back in the old days, I actually ran the #1 stock newsletter in the United States for 5 years, according to the Hulbert Financial Digest. I crushed the market. I went where the action was, and for 5 years, when I did this newsletter, it was the #1 rated most profitable newsletter there was. There's a picture of it. In addition, I also ran the #1 mutual fund, growth mutual fund in the United States. There it is. There it is. There's Morningstar. Look at that chart. Ooh, that's a beautiful looking chart there. And I was #1. Well, and no losing year in 40 years. I've been doing this for a long time, and I want to share that expertise with you so that you don't have to go through 40 years of experience. Trust me, I bled a lot in those 40 years, but what that means is I've led a lot, and I've shown tens of thousands of people how to make money in my career. Now, first of all, in this newsletter, we're going to cover the key markets. We're going to talk about the U.S. stock market. We're going to talk about global stock markets. We're going to talk about foreign exchange. We're going to talk about futures, yeah, even commodities, oil. We're going to talk about bonds so that this is a one-stop shop. You can come here. You don't need anything else. We're going to use options. Whenever we have the opportunity to leverage up and turbocharge our profits, we're going to do it. Now, this is totally unique analysis. You think that if I did what everybody else did, I would have those #1 track records? Of course not. What I have to do is unique. That's the only way you can beat the competition out there year after year after year. So, deep fundamental analysis. I'm going to talk about this on 2 levels. First of all, fundamental analysis of the markets, monetary policy, economic policy, trade flows, all of those sorts of things, but on a very, very deep level. I've studied macroeconomics for decades now, and I've been using that analysis for decades. In addition, we look at deep fundamentals of individual stocks when we look at our stock market trades. That is to say, we're going to tear apart these companies. I focus a lot on a few key metrics. One of them, strong earnings growth. In the final analysis, that's the thing that really drives stock prices. Another factor that drives stock prices is when earnings per share estimates are going up. That is to say, when a broker changes their estimate from 10 cents a share to 20 cents a share, they call their clients buy the stock, and the price goes up. So those are the two most powerful techniques that affect the price of a stock. And I'm going to tear that apart and show you why I love these companies. But at the same time, just because it's a great company doesn't mean it's a great stock. We need to be able to time these things and buy them when it's good to buy and sell them when it's good to sell. So I'm going to show you unique technical analysis you can't get anyplace else. It's a combination of a number of indicators. Some of them you might have seen elsewhere, but I use them in a unique way. Others, you've never seen them anyplace else. I'm the inventor of those techniques. But you know what? Even the techniques that I use of other people, I use from people who are friends of mine. Yes, I've been around this market so long that most of the greatest technicians in history have been friends of mine. In addition, I'm going to show you ninja trading tactics. How are we going to get the best fill? How do we enter the orders? Are we going to use stop orders, or are we going to use limit orders or market orders? All of those sorts of things I'm going to give you in our weekly video newsletter. Key benefits of the newsletter. Number one, killer analysis that you're not going to find anyplace else. This is unique. This is unusual. And I have to make it unique. I have to make it unusual because that's the only way I can be number one. By the way, I was voted number one bond and gold market timer for 3 years in a row by Timers Digest. You can only do that when you have unique and killer analysis. Killer trades, because once we've got the analysis, we need to make money from it. We need to turn it into an actionable item, something that we can actually do in the real world. So I'm going to give you killer trades. I'm going to tell you specifically where to buy, specifically where to sell. Nothing is left to the imagination. I'm precise. It's also to the point. I don't want to waste time. I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time. So no BS, no stories, no jokes, no nothing. Right to the point. Here's what to do. Here's why to do it. And here's how to make money from it. So I'm going to keep it terse. It's about 20 minutes per week, right to the point with all the analysis. I show you the charts right on the screen so you know exactly why I'm doing it. You can double check my work. If I show you an indicator and I say this is what it means, I'll show you the recent past and you can see if it worked recently. Of course, it does. Now, actionable, that's a key thing. So many analysts out there, it's blah, 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 blah. It seems to me that all they want to do is they love the sound of their own voice. They want to sound smart. You know what? I don't care if I sound smart. That's not the point of the exercise. I'm not here to try to impress you. I'm here to help you make money. I'm doing all the same trades that I recommend to you. So trust me, they better be profitable. Easy. Like I say, I'm going to give you the exact entry, exit points. It's going to be super easy. Just type them into your brokerage platform, and there you go. It can't be any easier than that unless I came over to your house and typed in the orders myself. It's only $47 a month. This is a peanut for what you're getting. This is killer analysis, killer trades. This is something where, you got to stop and think of it this way. Can I make $47 more per month if I subscribe to this newsletter, or am I not going to make $47 per month? You know the answer. The answer is, of course, you're going to make at least $47, probably 10 times that, probably 100 times that, probably 1,000 times more than the $47, depending on the size of your account and if you follow all of my trades. So also, I want you to have a lot of free bonuses right up front. As soon as you sign up for the first month, I'm going to give you thousands of dollars of free bonuses. A lot of them are options related because I'm an owner of a company called Options University, and we've got some great education there, from option beginner to pro in just 4 nights. I like using options if I can because they can turbocharge the profitability. They can also be used to cut risk at the same time. That's a pretty awesome combination. So I'm going to give you from options beginner to pro in just 4 nights. Great introductory course for an option beginner. I'm going to give you how to quickly and easily master the top 20 technical indicators, some of which I use, but of course, as I say, I often use them in tricky new ways, and I'll show those to you as well. Retire rich with 10x income. I love this course. Really, isn't that what we all want, is to retire rich? And hey, why retire rich? How about retire rich and early with 10x income? This is an awesome course. You're going to love this course. It's going to get you focused so that you can retire rich. The secret is out with gamma trading. Now, this one's more advanced. I'm not kidding you with this. Gamma trading, I used to be an options market maker in the institutional world. I didn't deal with retail customers, only with banks. And what did we do? We did gamma trading all day long. It's something that's so super sophisticated that very few retail investors ever really understand it. This course gives you the insight into how to do this sophisticated technique. So we started from option beginner at our top bonus. This one, advanced and very super cool. Another one is, I love this. Come on. We're going to give you a new option strategy every month. So what's going to happen is you're going to receive a new option strategy every single month for 12 months, give you a month to master the strategy for the month, and then learn a new one, and then learn a new one. This is a great concept so that you can learn in a relaxed fashion. Gotta love it. I'm also going to give you 82-page manual on candlestick secrets. This is a particular style of trading, using, instead of bar charts, using candlesticks. What's cool is it's got flashcards. It's really very cool because you actually get to learn just like you did when you were a kid. So it makes it super easy. You can be studying while you're sitting there on the subway or whatever, looking through those flashcards, the tutorials, the manual. It's awesome. And then finally, a very secretive part of the universe, foreign exchange options trading, where we combine foreign exchange trading with options trading, profiting from the two hottest markets. So I'm giving you 7 bonuses here. The value, if you were to go and buy those, go to optionsuniversity.com. Check them out. You'll see the price is just under $2,200. So when you sign up for just $47 a month, I'm going to give you these 7 bonuses right away. You're going to be able to access them right away. So let's repeat. You get the weekly video briefing with actionable advice. You get the 7 valuable bonuses, and all for just $1.56 a day. Come on. Really? You don't think it's worth less than $1.56 a day? Come on, man. You can't get a Starbucks coffee for $1.56, but you can get one of the best video newsletters ever. In fact, I believe it's the first video newsletter ever. But you're getting the same insights and the same techniques that I use to build that incredible track record of being the highest performing, most profitable newsletter for 5 straight years. All for $1.56 a day. This is a peanut. So what do you got to do? It's simple. You go to bit.ly/weekly market forecast. And yes, the W and the M and the F have to be capitalized. But go to bit.ly/weekly market forecast right now to subscribe. Get involved. Full money back guarantee, of course. Do it right now. You're going to really enjoy it. I'm not allowed to promise you that you'll make money. The SEC, the FTC, they'll come down on me like a ton of bricks. But I know what my track record is. I think as long as you follow the advice, I think you're going to be very happy. I'm allowed to say you're going to be happy. I'm not allowed to say you'll make money or they'll come down on me like a ton of bricks. We don't like that. So here's what I need you to do. Go to bit.ly/weekly market forecast with the capital W, M, and F right now. Go there right now, check it out, sign out, full money back guarantee, get all the bonuses, try it for a month. I know you're going to love it. Thanks very much, and I'll see you on TradeSmith. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.